Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Before I start the video, I just need to let you know that I've had to return to school now, meaning I won't be able to upload as much as before. I'll still try to put out 2 videos a week, but they may be shorter and a bit less frequent. But thank you to the people who keep watching them, so please subscribe if you like them. When we hit 50 subscribers, I'll do a Space Marine Army showcase, which does include a Vindicator tank. Thanks for sitting through that. Now onto the video. Today I'm reviewing the Vindicator for the Space Marines and Chaos Space Marines. I will look at the effectiveness of the Demolisher Cannon and talk about the other war gear it can be equipped with, then give it a score out of 10. In the lore, the Vindicator is an adaptation of the Rhino chassis with a huge Demolisher Cannon on the front. The cannon can smash the leg of a Titan and destroy fortress walls with ease. But is it really worth it in game? The most prominent feature on the Vindicator is the massive gun on the front. I'll get into that in a minute, but first I'll talk about its stat line. Both versions, the Chaos Space Marine and regular Space Marine Vindicator, have the exact same, which is a 10-inch move, 6+ weapon skill, 3+ ballistic skill, strength 6, toughness 8, 11 wounds, 3 attacks, leadership of 8 and a 3+ save. This does degrade as it loses wounds, so from 6 to 11 wounds it'll just be fine. When it goes down to 5 wounds, it'll have a movement of 5 inches, weapon skill 6+, 4+ ballistic skill, same strength and toughness, and only D3 attacks. And when it has its last few wounds remaining, between 1 and 2, it has a movement of 3 inches, ballistic skill of 5+, and 1 attack. This really slow movement at the end does make it pretty useless, especially if the enemy focuses fire on it, because you do need to get fairly close for the Demolisher Cannon to be able to fire. It is toughness 8, however, which does make it harder to kill, as bolt guns will only be wounding it on a 6, but the only real way you'd want one of these in your army is if there's one target for that massive gun. The Demolisher Cannon is the main weapon of the Vindicator. It's 24-inch range, heavy D6, strength 10, AP -3 and D6 damage, with the blast keyword. Its best target is against heavier infantry and vehicles, and with the blast keyword, against large hordes it'll be getting a good amount of shots. However, with lighter infantry it's pretty ineffective. Sure, it'll kill some of them, but on average, in a maximum sized unit, it'll only kill 3 conscripts or 3 cultists, and for the points you're paying for the Vindicator being 130, that's really not worth it. The best target to shoot at would be things like heavy intercessors or other tanks, because strength 10 on the gun is really powerful. It'll be wounding toughness 5 infantry on a 2, and the -3 AP makes most things have no save, or just a 6+ save. D6 damage is also useful. You'll be able to one-shot pretty much any infantry you shoot at, and if you're lucky on your dice rolls, you'll potentially be able to cripple a vehicle in one shot. Now I'll go over some of the other war gear that you can equip the Vindicator with. The Imperium version of the Vindicator can take a Stormbolter and a Hunter-Killer missile. You can take either one of these or both of them, it doesn't matter, and they're both 5 points each. The Hunter-Killer missile is a single shot, heavy 1, 48-inch range, strength 10, -3 AP and D6 damage weapon. You can only fire this once per battle, however. And the Stormbolter is a 24-inch range, rapid fire 2, strength 4, no AP and 1 damage weapon. Of these two, I'd be more inclined to take the Stormbolter, as it really gives the Vindicator a bit of a punch against lighter infantry. But still, the Hunter-Killer missile might be useful, especially due to the short range of that Demolisher Cannon, perhaps making it be out of range of the enemy in turn 1, so giving you a little bit of anti-tank firepower then. The Chaos version of the Vindicator can take a combi weapon and a Havoc launcher. The combi weapons include a combi bolter, which is the exact same as a Stormbolter, a combi melter, combi plasma or combi flamer. Of those three combi weapons, they both have a standard bolt gun profile of 24-inch range, rapid fire 1, strength 4, no AP and 1 damage, and they've each got another profile corresponding to their other part. So the combi melter will have a melter gun profile which is 12 inches, assault 1, strength 8, minus 4 AP and d6 damage, doing d6 plus 2 at half range. I'd usually just take the combi bolter for these, but again, some of these might be a bit more useful. They're 10 points each, however, so they are quite expensive, especially the combi melter and combi flamer, as they have 12-inch range on their special weapon. It also has the Havoc launcher, and that's a 48-inch range, heavy d6, strength 5, no AP and 1 damage blast weapon. Again, this is kind of useful against lighter infantry, and it's only 5 points. The Imperium version, but not the Chaos version, also has a Vindicator siege shield. This is a piece of war gear that increases the save characteristic by 1. I would definitely take this, even for its 10-point price tag, as giving this the durability of a Land Raider is very useful. Some of the abilities the Vindicator has includes, for the Imperium version, the Angels of Death, giving it Shock Assault, Bolt of Discipline, and They Shall Know No Fear. This is fairly useful, and Combat Doctrines will give the Demolisher Cannon a much better chance at piercing armour, with minus 4 AP in the first turn. In turns 2 and maybe turn 3, that minus 1 Storm Bolter, if you choose one, could also be useful. The Chaos Vindicator has Hateful Assault, which means when it charges, it gets 1 extra attack. This isn't so useful because you won't be charging as often in the Vindicator as you might. So now, here's my final opinion of the Vindicator. I've given it a score of 5 out of 10 because whilst it does have a fairly effective Demolisher Cannon, it just really isn't worth the price tag. Like, it's 130 points without any upgrades. The Imperium version can be 150, and then you're only getting 24 inches range, and if you want to avoid charges, you'll probably want to be moving every turn, so at maximum you'll only really be hitting on 4s, and that's really not useful. It does look a lot scarier than it is, because with double figures on that strength makes it look a lot more terrifying. It will wound toughness 5 infantry and things like bikers on a 2+, and that can be useful, but I'd still leave this out of most army lists. That being said, however, it can do a lot of damage when deployed correctly. If you screen it out with plenty of chaff infantry, so it can avoid being charged, and then it can just stay in the same place and fire its gun turn after turn, then a couple of these will be able to absolutely nuke any enemy formation that you throw at them. But again, it is fairly short range, so can be caught in melee. The Imperium version's probably a bit better, because it has slightly better war gear, and some of its abilities make it good, but the Chaos version is even worse than that. But thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe if you enjoy them, and I'll see you next time.